3, 2, 1.
So
okay,
good.
That was solid. Alright, and I'm recording on that still, so that's all Gucci. Perfect.
Good.
I can see you. Can you see me in the mirror?
You are too far off for it being your podcast. So come closer.
Oh.
I can just like...
No! How did I know this was gonna happen too?
Okay, we haven't lost track of it.
Hey guys, there's glass on. Oh wait,
Okay.
I'm still not close. Wait, no, I can see. I can see myself. No, yeah, I'm fine.
You're good?
Yeah, I can see myself in the monorail. That's why I put the mirror. But yeah, I'll just come in a little bit closer, anyways. Where are you at? Yeah, you're good. I aimed a little bit more towards you. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, I think so.
And my MacBook is overheating already. Okay.
Oh, no.
So this is going out really fun.
Should we stop this?
No, it's fine.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, pick up the. Thank you.
Sorry.
This is a
Sorry.
podcast, so we do need microphone audio.
Well, I don't know if we were going to keep any of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is podcasts are usually like super chill. They're not
That's
like
true.
for at least the ones that I watch. It's fine. The ones that I watch is like usually just like they're literally just friends talking to each other, which is why I wanted to do this because I was like, duh, this is fun as fuck.
Intro to it.
Oh, I already said the F word. I can't say that first couple of minutes into. You don't
I'm
want
glad you
to
told me now. Oh, yes. I'm sure that'll look much nicer.
You can say it after like a certain amount of time, and I can also bleep it out.
Yeah.
I'm good at it, so.
Isn't it like 11 seconds now or something stupid?
Yeah, I don't know what it is exactly, but yeah, something of that sort. Anyways, okay. So how you doing? How's your day been?
Pretty good. I'm tired. Work at a school. Lots of
Yeah.
kids.
Yes.
They all talk.
How old are the kids that you teach?
Kindergarten. So they're just little
Oh, wow.
babies. They're so
Oh,
little.
that's so fun though, because
I
they love to
know.
talk.
Yes, they do.
They like to tell you all their parent secrets.
Everything. This little boy literally just told me today. He was like, "My uncle has been in jail for 2 years, and he gets out today."
Oh my god!
And
How
I was
exciting!
like, "That's fun. Like, I'm sure you missed him."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yep, he went to jail because he was fighting." And I was like, "Okay." And I was like, "Well, that's probably
At least
home
it-
talk."
yeah.
You know.
You know, at least he's aware.
Yeah. Exactly.
They at least told him what was going on, but that's crazy.
Mhm.
No, yeah. I had a job interview today,
Oh.
which was
what?
fun. It was like I don't want to say because I don't want to post this and then bash him.
Mhm.
But needless to say, I won't be accepting the role.
What happened?
If I do get the role. They told me by 6 p.m. tonight if I get the role. It's just like,
A role.
yeah, position would be the better word for that,
okay.
I guess.
Okay.
I guess I'm just used to being in a performing art, so it's
I was
like.
gonna say,
it's
I thought it was like more
the
color
role.
related.
Yeah,
So I
no.
was like, oh, like what are you doing now?
No, but basically it's just like it's a marketing company and they're door-to-door marketing
Okay.
and it's in the depths of San Bernardino.
Oh, no.
So I'm
Dude,
not
no
going to be
way.
doing that. So especially cuz it's like, well, also like I feel like I would have to speak Spanish for that.
Oh yeah.
Like
for
just
sure.
cuz like that demographic over there is literally all Spanish speaking. Like none of them speak English. Not saying that it's a bad thing, but it's like it's the
Yeah.
truth, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's predominantly Hispanic.
Yeah. And everyone that was in that office when I went to get interviewed, all Hispanic.
They all spoke Spanish. Too.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And so, like, I am also Hispanic, but not that Hispanic.
No,
You know what I mean?
no.
And I definitely don't pass as Hispanic, and my family doesn't speak Spanish, so there's, like, no way for me to...
See, people don't even think I'm fucking Mexican though. They'll like.
See, that's so dumb, though. You literally look Mexican.
I know, and I'm like, well, I am. Like, it's not my fault.
You
I
are
wasn't
Mexican.
born over there, but
Yeah.
I'm of Mexican descent. You
Right.
know. I don't know. I had somebody tell
Clearly.
me that I wasn't Mexican because I didn't know how to speak Spanish, and I was like, I don't think that's how that works.
My blood speaks Spanish for me.
Exactly. Exactly.
And also, like, the native... Like, does that mean Native Americans in Mexico are not native Mexicans? Because they probably don't just speak Spanish, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Because that makes no sense. It's like...
Yeah, but just like language, you can learn a language.
Spanish
It doesn't-
is like Spanish. They speak, but
Yeah.
they're Spanish, so like they're not Mexican. So
Exactly. It's
speaking
like a whole
Spanish
different
doesn't.
thing.
Yeah, that
get
irritates
it.
me. Anyways, okay, I'm gonna intro now. So hello, welcome to our first guest happy hour podcast episode. I'm super excited. I had to bring in, obviously, my bestie for my entire life. This is Gabby. Oh, I guess I should introduce myself as well. My name is Rachel. But this is Gabby. She's been my best friend since we were 5. I was going to say 5th grade, but since we were 5 years old.
We were 5.
There was a 5 in there. I'm so sorry.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was actually going to ask you about, that was one of my questions, is can you please tell us the lovely story about how we met?
I knew this was going to be the first thing we talked about, because how could you not?
No, literally, it's the best story in the world, so.
So when I was in kindergarten, there was this little boy. He went by Superman. I don't remember his real name. I want to say it's Brian, but, you know.
Which is hilarious because my brother's name is Brian.
Right. It was not him.
It's not him.
It was not her brother.
He's too old. Anyways.
Mm-hmm. But he went by Superman, and he swore he had superpowers because he was 5. But he would just, like, follow me around all the time. He swore I was his girlfriend.
It was so funny, though.
It was so gross. And, like, okay, my real name is Gabriella. Nobody calls me that. But
No.
he would always be like, Gabriella, my love. I'm like, why do you know those words?
Yeah.
You're 5. Like, stop.
My love.
And, I don't know, one day, I guess I just got sick of him, and he, like, ran across the playground, pretended to have superpowers to protect me as I walked across the, you know, the slide.
Yeah, to protect you from the intruders.
Exactly. And so I walked
Others.
off, and he was like, my love, wait up. And I turned around, and I looked at him, and I was like, Superman isn't real. You don't have superpowers.
No, but she didn't say it like that. She said it like, she screamed it, like, for the world to hear. Not just, like, him. No, literally, yeah, we were at recess, and I remember I heard it, and, like, there were people on the swing that were, like, talking, and then, like, I was over there, like, off to the side, and then they were literally, like, and, like, just completely stopped talking afterwards. It was so funny, because, well, first off, like, too, everybody at that age also thought that Superman was real.
I know.
But not to
I
his
blew the lid on the whole
extent.
thing.
Yeah, so she killed it. She also killed Santa Claus for me too, but that's a different story. But
Did I?
yes, you did, and I'll talk to you about that
so
in just a
sorry.
second. But continue.
Where was I? Oh, yeah,
You
so
screamed it, yeah.
I screech at this poor kid that his whole life is a sham, that he's never going to be anything, and he just completely runs off crying, devastated, heartbroken, of course. And I see Rachel, and I look up at her, and she was like, hey, you know he was only pretending, right? And I was like, well, yeah. We just started busting up laughing. That was it. Just the fact that we were 5, and we thought that was the funniest thing.
No, literally. Bullying a little boy into thinking that he was not Superman. Which he wasn't, so.
He was not.
He
was a weirdo. He was 5. But, like, he would, like,
Yeah.
want to, like, kiss my cheek and stuff, which, like, is innocent, kind of, because we're 5.
Yeah.
But also, like, no,
But it's
I
aggressive
told
for
him.
a 5-year-old.
Yeah, and I even told him, like, so many times. Because I was nice back then.
Yeah.
And I did try to tell him, believe it or not, you know, maybe that was my breaking point.
Just a little, yeah. That's when Gabby became Gabby.
Uh-huh. That was the start of my
She was no longer Gabriella.
Nope. I even stopped wearing dresses after that,
funny.
too.
I know, literally.
But
And it was a great day when you stopped wearing dresses, which is like, girly girls be girly girls. I love girly
I am
girls, and
now.
I wish I was more of a girly girl. But in elementary school, like, having that, like, influence on you made me feel so good.
I know.
Because I was definitely not a skirt wearing, dress wearing girly.
You're
That
so
was not me.
like dude bro coded.
Yeah, I'm definitely that.
I don't know. But I've reverted back. Like, the older I've gotten, the more I've wanted to be, like, girly and stuff. Like, I'm wearing little fucking danglies. Or, sorry. I'm wearing little
That's good.
danglies right now.
Yeah.
You know? None of that's, like,
literally.
super feminine. Ooh.
Yeah.
Earrings.
The most feminine thing that I do is, like, wear bracelets and stuff. And these are still very masculine bracelets. Like,
They're really
they're
cute, though.
dark colors. Thanks, they're made by other people.
I love that.
So this one was made by Paris,
Uh-huh.
and then this one was made by one of my teammates' grandmas. She made them for, like,
That's so
all of the
cute.
Hispanic members on our team.
Uh-huh.
And so she passed them out because, like, this is, like, specific to, like, the Hispanic culture or whatever for good luck.
Okay.
And so she gave it to us before we went to finals, which was
Fun.
really nice.
That was one of my questions for you, actually. Was about color guard, if that's
Oh my gosh.
okay.
Yeah, of course.
So, for starters, Rachel's been in color guard for 10 years. For 10
years.
entire years. Since what, you were 13?
13, yeah.
Going
Well,
on
I was-
23.
I think I was 12 at the time
True,
because
you started...
in, like, fall...
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it was like 12 or 13, something like
Yeah.
that.
Okay. So, like, 10, 11 years.
Yeah.
And you just had your final performance. And it was, like, a really deep story, too, that you guys did it
Yeah.
based off of.
Yeah, it was based off of Gabriel Fernandez, the little boy that... Oh, it's already... Hold
Should we
on.
plug it in?
It's plugged in. It's not plugged in.
Why don't you put it on top of, like, a book or something so it's not directly on the thing?
Yeah. That would work, probably. I think I remember all of my things, so that's fine.
you to take him out too.
Anyways.
Sorry.
No, thanks. But yeah, it's about Gabriel Fernandez, about the story of him passing away from his, his horrible family, basically. And
his mom and stepdad. Or mom's boyfriend.
It was his mom and his mom's boyfriend. I don't want to be the one to, like, tell you guys about that story. There's a really good Netflix documentary about it. Yeah. On Netflix, obviously. And just be warned, it's extremely, extremely hard to watch, and it's just, like, really aggressive. So my coach made this beautiful, beautiful show, and I absolutely adored it, the way that he addressed it. The title of it was called For Gabriel, and it's basically the sense of what should have happened and, like, that idea of hope of what could have been for him. And I think the hardest thing about it is that he would have been the age of, like, so many of my teammates. Like, we're a couple years older than him.
Yeah.
But he would have been, like, an adult, essentially. I think he would have turned 18 this year, or he turned 18 technically this year, based off of his birthday. Mm-hmm. And so, it's just, my coach made, like, this fantastic show. I absolutely loved it. I loved performing it. It was extremely emotional the entire time. We had that, like, darkness and lightness and what should have been and what could have been if people would have just helped him, because there was also issues with, like, child protective services and stuff like that too. Yeah. So it was a sense of awareness without it being necessarily, like, really aggressive, because sometimes people kind of, like, take things a little bit too to heart when, like, you're trying to show something that's a little bit like that.
Yeah.
And so I actually, like, felt really, like, emotional after our last performance, and it wasn't even because of, like the whole storyline. Obviously that was what made me emotional as well. Mm-hmm. But it was the fact that so many people, like, now know about it if they didn't know about it before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, like, I love that aspect of it. And my coach mentions that he's, like, not trying to be an activist or anything. He's just trying to bring light to a story.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate that, because it's like he's not making it about himself at all.
Yeah.
And that's not the point of it at all either. It's the whole point of it was for Gabriel. Yeah. Hence the title for it. And so and then the fact that I also just, like, I already knew that I was going to be done doing the season. Like, once I was done with that season, I was done.
Yeah.
And, like, that made me extremely emotional too, because it was like, dang, you've been doing for this a long time.
You are so passionate about it too. Yeah. It's your entire life, basically.
Yeah, no, definitely. And it's kind of hard, because it's like, it's a weird, like, sense of identity that you don't have anymore. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
So it's going to be a new adjustment, because I had to find something that's, like, because, you know, like, when people are like, oh, like, what's your, like, what's this fun fact about you at, like, school or whatever, I would always be like, oh, like, I'm a part of a marching band, or I do color guard or whatever.
Yeah.
And now I can't do that.
Mm-mm.
So, or, like, I used to, yeah.
But that's not as cool.
But then, like, I see people online and stuff, and I feel bad for judging, because they're just, like, trying to have fun or whatever. But, like, whenever they're like, I did guard 18 years ago, and then they go and, like, toss things in certain ways, it's like, oh no. I can tell that you spun in the 70s, or however long you, like, spun from, I don't know. Anyways.
Whenever it was you were in guard.
Yeah. But it was really cool, because I wasn't sure if I wanted to stop last season or not. But it just ended up being where it was like, okay, it was the 9th year, I might as well finish out the 10th. And then I really, really enjoyed this season, and I loved the show, and it was just, it was just a 10 out of 10 for me, you know what I mean? It was, like, overall extremely, like, rewarding as a team. And we didn't get a medal, but I still, I loved it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not mad.
Your heart out,
you know? Yeah, exactly. And even, like, that's the thing that I love about it too, is that my coach never is like, you guys didn't medal, like, you guys suck. You know what I mean? Like, it's never been that, and it's always, like, been that, like, how can you impact people? How can you make people silent? Like, having claps and stuff like that is really fun, especially as a performer when you hear claps and stuff. But, like, if you want, like, a really, like, intense show, like, people are going to be standing for you afterwards. And people were. We got a standing ovation. So it was, like, obviously it was worth it. And people people gave backlash because some people didn't think that it was worth of a story to like make a color guard show about.
Yeah.
Which I get that opinion, and I think it's fair, but also like some people's version of art is not other people's version of art, and so
yeah. Well, I feel like it was also probably more trying to portray that like this is what happened, but this is what should have happened.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like CPS wasn't involved. It's not like
Correct.
people didn't reach out and try to
Correct.
stop it.
Exactly.
You know, it just so many people failed him for that to have happened to him because
Exactly.
it wasn't just a one-time thing or an overnight thing. This was months, years, however long it was of abuse.
Yeah, exactly.
Or, you know, sorry, I don't want to go too far in, but
yeah,
it's what it was.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
maybe
definitely.
it makes people think like, well, fuck, we actually got to do something next time. You know,
Yeah.
maybe if it makes them aware of the situation and it can bring more light to it and, you know, help people want to do more in the future, I don't think that's a bad thing.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I also think that as well as like we are a huge community within like scholastics.
Yeah.
And so
true.
because of that, it's like you're reaching towards like potential mentors and students and like people who could potentially help another person if they do see that. And so if people are aware, then they'll try harder maybe next time.
Yeah.
Like it's that's why I think it's funny because it's like I don't think I've ever really had an issue with someone bringing up like any other story. You know what I mean? Like it's art.
Yeah.
If you want to
It's
portray
gotta be based
something,
off of something.
yeah, portray something. You know, like I'm never gonna get mad at you for trying to be like a person who's trying to be aware and like tell me what's going on in the world. That sucks because the world sucks.
Yeah.
So it's like
It's true.
whether or not you want it to be shown in an artistic way, it doesn't matter because it's still happening.
Yeah.
So, and he's not the only one, like,
No.
which is horrible, and that's why we need to know. And I didn't even fully understand of like what it happened because we were so young when it did happen.
Yeah.
And so it was like really nice to be able to like, well, not nice. It was educational to say the least.
Yeah.
And it made me aware of like that people can be so horrible. So anyways, let's go back to a better note.
Yeah. Definitely.
I was going to ask you a question, but I don't remember. I'm going to look. I know I had a couple
Pull the
things.
book.
Yeah, that's fine. She can just struggle for today.
You got all fancy. I just did mine on my notes app. Oh, play
I
music.
like to write, what's it called? I like to write in notebooks for some reason.
Yeah.
Okay, I literally had a thing in here for that reason. Okay. Oh. So I was going to ask you, because I know you, like, went to school, but you didn't necessarily go, like,
I did
to a
not
university
finish, no.
or anything, and I know my perspective on school, so I wanted to hear your perspective on school. Like, what the whole idea, like, how do you feel about school and stuff like that? You can be controversial, do it.
No, I will. College as a whole, I think if you have a plan of what you want to do, I don't think it's a bad thing. I couldn't never fathom going to like a university, like a 4-year or something, because I pay for my college, you know, and I don't want to pay for that. I'm so cheap, you know, which probably I shouldn't be towards my education, but like.
But you have different choices. You don't have to you don't have to go through that
like the traditional
cookie cutter, yeah.
Because I figured it out. Like I did go to school, but I went more of like the trade vocational school route, you know. So like straight out of high school, I did my CNA course, you know, and I started working at the hospitals, nursing homes, stuff like that. So I mean, I was educated, like, you know, somewhat in the medical field.
Yeah.
I danced around with becoming a nurse, maybe like a surgical technologist, which is really cool. I love learning about like the body and the anatomy.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine the schedule of somebody doing surgeries because you're literally probably on call like most of the time.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I'm not that dedicated to it, and I know that. I'm not going to disservice somebody in surgery because I'm a lazy piece of shit.
Yeah.
You know, and I want to hang out tonight and have a little drink. So
no, I get it.
I was like, you know, I'm good on that, but. I don't know, if I do want to go back to school, but I just want to have a better plan. And I feel like when I went to school, I just went because it sounds good. I think I can do this, and I didn't really take the time to like sit and think about it.
Yeah.
Like long term. So I do want to go back to school, but if I do, it's going to be something I can probably do online or, you know, at my own pace, and something that is going to be affordable to me. You know,
no, definitely.
We're buying the house and stuff too, so it's like
Right.
I don't know. I don't have the money like that, and
Yeah.
I think when I get married, FAFSA would be better for me.
Definitely.
So I mean, maybe that'll open up the door, but I don't know. I liked going to the community college that we went to.
Yeah.
You know, that was good for me. I got the credits that I needed. I don't know. I wouldn't want to go to a 4-year, but that's just because I'm 23 now. Not that that's old, because it's not. But, you know,
Right.
spending an additional,
Still
you know,
very young,
2,
yes.
3, 4 years, like, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like something I'm going to do.
Yeah, no, definitely. I get it.
Yeah.
And as a person that is going to, like, that 4-year university, like,
Idiot.
thing, I know, literally, trust me, I feel that way every day. But
It's expensive.
it is expensive, and it's also, like, it's so degrading that I have to get a piece of paper from, like, an employer to know that, like, I'm a good employer.
What do you mean?
Like, I have to get a college degree
Oh,
in order
okay.
for them
Yeah.
to know that I can be a good employer.
Yeah, that you're like a service
Or,
to somebody.
yeah, because, like, the vast majority of the people who get, like, college degrees don't even use that in their, like, field, or, like, don't go into
Yeah.
the field that they get their college degree in,
Mhm.
which is fine, because, like, I get it, like, most of the time it's usually because it's hard to get, like, jobs within that field,
Yeah.
or it's just because you lose interest because of going to school.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
so it's like, I don't know. I enjoy the idea of school, and I think getting an education is, like, as Americans, I think it's a very big deal that we need to do that.
Yeah.
But I also think that, like, a lot of people kind of force that down your throat a little bit.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
I think our generation's kind of,
Sick of it?
yeah. They're like, you know what, I actually don't want to go to school anymore, or I don't want to do that. And I think I've seen more people go to, like, a trade school than I've seen, like, 4-year universities, which is pretty nice. Or people will go through, like, the community college and then
Yeah.
for a year afterwards, like how we did.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like,
How you
4
did.
years, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I don't know. It's just, like, I think it's kind of this idea of, like, you don't necessarily have to do that. And it's not for everyone. Not everyone learns in that capacity, which is
I
why...
fucking hate going to class.
Yeah.
I can't stand it.
Yeah, which is why I do online now. Because there's no
Yeah.
way for me to be able to, like, physically go to class. Because you have to go, like, 2 hours in advance, right?
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
you have to make sure that you have, like, you know, your parking pass. That's, like,
Oh.
$150 for no reason. If,
The
if
struggle-
I have to pay $150 for a parking pass, universities, please listen up. If I have to pay $150 for a parking pass, make sure there's enough parking for all of your students. Stop selling parking passes to students.
With
If
no
there's
parking,
not enough parking, please, like, please. I don't understand.
the struggles her and I went through sometimes when we went to our community college.
Yes, we would drive together too.
Not only that, we bought fucking scooters because of how
Yeah.
far we had to park. Literally, we would park like what, a mile away from the school, and we're like, yes, we got a spot.
And we had to go up the hill. Remember
We
that
went
one
up the
parking?
hill.
Yes. Oh God, yeah.
Can you imagine my fat ass on a little ass
No,
scooter
I remember
going
I
uphill?
would go into class sweating, and then I would like pretend that I'm not breathing as hard because I'd be like literally like I'm trying so hard not to. Yeah, literally. And you're like trying to hold your breath, but like trying not to make it obvious, but you're also dripping sweat because
Oh
you're
my god.
literally it's
I've gotten really good at that. I've gotten really good at like mastering
Fake.
hiding the fat out of breath,
Yeah,
breath,
same.
you know, because I'm in an apartment, so I go up the stairs.
Yeah, that
that
sucks.
doesn't agree with me. But
Dude, yes, that was the worst part. And I love living in a 2-story house. But
Yeah.
2-story houses also suck when you're done with rehearsal because then your legs are like giving out on you already
Yeah.
just walking on pavement and there's no way getting up those stairs. So
No.
sometimes I'd crawl. Like I'd literally crawl up those stairs depending on the day.
just
But
like
yeah.
when we were kids. Why
Yeah,
not?
exactly. My arms, they're trusty. So,
Yeah.
you know, I got it.
You're a performer too. You know,
Yeah.
you do shit on the ground, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I have bad knees because of it now. Like, literally, I bought knee pads. It helped a little bit, but still, like, especially this year for some reason, we had a lot of on-the-floor choreography. So, but it was kind of cool because then we had, like, the dimension.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyways. Okay, cool. Did you have another question?
I do. Okay. How in the world did you do that long distance relationship? You did it for seemingly so long, and maybe it wasn't that long compared to some other people, but just like I couldn't. I don't know if I could.
Yeah,
And you did it.
I did do it. So, for those of you that don't know, my boyfriend was in the military, and he got stationed in Japan for 6 months.
Oh my god.
And I will say, like, so honestly, that was the worst 6 months of my life. Like, genuinely. And it wasn't just because of, like, well, obviously because of him being gone, like, physically.
Yeah.
But it also, like, mentally, I would stay up until like 4 a.m. because it was like, you know, in the
Different time
evening for him,
zones.
or like
Yeah.
midday for him, because he was 18 hours ahead. And so I would stay up, but then it would be like midday for him, so then he wouldn't really have that much time to talk anyway, so then I would
Yeah.
stay up for like really no reason except for to like maybe talk to him for like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And then I'd like go to sleep and then sleep for a couple of hours, and then I'd wake up and then he would be asleep. And so that was pretty like mentally hard for me to do, just because I was changing my schedule so much.
Yeah.
And then also just like the whole idea of it being like out of our hands.
Yeah.
That I think is what was frustrating with me, because it was like, well, the only reason why you're out there is because like the military sent you out there.
Yeah.
And it's
there was
like,
no like, oh, I want to do this, or
yeah, well, I mean, he enjoyed his time out there, which
Yeah.
like anybody would, because you're in Japan. Hello, that's
Yeah.
so sick. But also like just that whole idea of him like being gone because like it wasn't either of our choices.
yeah.
And the fact that I couldn't go and visit him. Like, not because I, like, couldn't physically go and see him or anything. Like, I could, but it was way too expensive.
Oh yeah.
And so there was, like, no way for me to even try to go. And so I think it was, like, we obviously got into, like, a couple, like, arguments and stuff, like, here and there, just because of us being so physically frustrated that we weren't with each other anymore.
Yeah.
And it wasn't anything that was, like, bad. It was literally just because, like, you could tell it was just, like, we were just irritated,
You just
like,
had
at the
misdirected
situation.
anger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And they were always about, like, you know, like, small things, but it was like, oh, you missed a phone call, or,
I'd be
how much
pissed.
time do you have, like, well, I was the one that would miss the phone calls.
Oh, of course.
So, anyways, or, like, I'd be asleep, and then he'd be awake, and then he'd be like, well, you know, like, I thought we were going to try to talk during this time, and then, like, I would fall asleep, or he would do the opposite, you know, things
Yeah.
like that. So it's also really hard to deal with that, like, being 18-hour difference. It was just, I don't know, my brain was, like, not okay. And then once he came home, it was like, oh, like, it was so much easier. I have loved that he's been home ever since, like, genuinely. But yeah, it was just, I don't know how we got through it, if I'm being completely honest. I think it was just because we were so excited, like, we were counting the days of when he
Yeah.
would be home, and so every day that it got closer just got better, in a sense. And so it made it easier for us to, like, get through that, like, idea of, like, okay, well, we're staying together because we want to see each other when you get home. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly. Like,
And
there's no
so-
way we're just gonna stop this.
No,
you know?
yeah, exactly. Especially because if you're going to be in Japan, there are pretty Japanese ladies out there, so I'm not going to let you go that quickly, okay?
No way.
But you know what's funny too? Is that those 6 months fell on our first year anniversary. And so we had only been dating for like 6-7 months at the time before he got deployed, which was rough. But guess what? I didn't do the stereotypical thing and marry him before he did, so let's go,
So, round of
ladies.
applause
I
for
know,
that
thank
one.
you.
You did it, Rachel.
Thank you. Yeah, I didn't want to be a stereotype. Not because I don't have a problem with, like, military women.
No,
or,
we're joking.
Yeah. No, and if you want to get married to a military man, get married to a military man. They have great
so
benefits.
many benefits.
Great benefits.
If Colton was still in the military, absolutely, I would have jumped ship right away. Absolutely. But he was
was gonna
also
ask you-
Oceanside.
if he would have been in it, like, longer while you were, like, dating, do you think you would have been able to
yeah.
do, like, him being deployed for 6 months?
Oh, deployed?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No way. Absolutely not. Oh my god. But I'm just such a nervous wreck as it is.
Yeah.
Like I'd probably just die. Like my heart would just give out from being constantly worried about him.
Part of it definitely does, for sure.
Yeah, you know. I mean, obviously I wouldn't leave him, you know, if he gets deployed, but
Right.
I
It's
don't
like, it's your fault.
Yeah. You did this.
Yeah, you joined the military.
You
Not
didn't
my
have
fault.
to, even though we
Right.
wouldn't have met if you never joined the
No,
military. but
Literally.
I don't know why you did this to us. But
To us, it's
yeah,
that was so messed up for him. So,
I know. What a jerk.
but at least you got out when you met him, which is
know.
nice.
It was so crazy, and it sounds so stupid, like looking back at, but it also sounds like just something that I would so do.
Yeah, I know.
We met and we had our first date, we didn't stop talking after that. I had decidedly, like, I was like, okay, like, this is what I want, you know? Because I literally just... Should I talk about that? Should we be careful? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, just... Okay, so I literally... I got out of a...
Just leave out names.
Leave out names, okay. Yeah. I got out of a 4-year relationship.
Yes.
You know, for the best. Whatever.
Yeah, for everyone in the situation.
And then, you know, we met, and then he was getting out of the military, you know.
Right.
And he's from Oklahoma, so he's from Midwest.
Right.
And so our decision, like, we were only together for, like, 3 months, I think, at this point, and it was like, are we in or are we out? Like, what do you want to do? Because, I mean, I don't know. It'd be too expensive, I think, to live out here on your own in California without, like, you know, being set up or established.
Way too expensive. It's too expensive for you to live with people.
I know, exactly.
In California, so yeah.
Yeah, so I did let this strange man that I had only known for 3 months move into my little apartment.
Which,
you know.
For everyone out there, please don't do that.
No, don't do that. I do not recommend that.
Unless it's specifically the situation.
Yeah.
That worked out in the better.
It did. It actually did work out, as you can see.
Right, she's engaged.
To be wed.
She's getting married in August.
But, so it did work out, but it just, like, that was so stupid.
Yeah.
So fucking stupid. There was no reason why that man could have not just, like, taken my life.
Yeah.
Like, the first night. But he wouldn't. He's an angel. He's a sweet guy.
He is, yes.
Yeah.
And he's also, that's the thing, too, is, like, he is professionally trained to kill people.
I know, right? I was like, yeah, I'll let this war machine
Come on
into my home.
Yeah.
I'll go to bed with you right next to me. Why not? You know? So stupid. But it happened. Whatever. We figured it out.
Yeah.
And we got engaged a month after our year anniversary, which very quick, moving very fast. But I know what I want.
That's what I was going to say. If you know that, so it doesn't necessarily
And I did not
matter.
force it. This is not a shut up ring. But he's on the same page, too, surprisingly. But I also think that's because he's from, like, the Midwest.
Yeah, no,
You know,
they do that pretty quickly as well.
Yeah. So...
Oh,
this was far. I'm sorry. I was also being a little loud, though.
Oh, that's okay. I'm also screaming into this mic right now. You can tell because all of the lines are completely...
I can't even see mine.
Yeah, I know. It's going... I was checking to see if your mic light was on, because if it's not, then I don't know if it's recording. But if it's not, whatever.
Sure, it's good.
Also, my camera is not... The viewfinder's not on either, so...
Should we go check that?
I will go check that, yes. Give me 1 second, please. Thank you.
No.
Do you need to use the restroom or anything?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I didn't even think about going potty.
Everyone. Okay. So sorry. The video shut out, so you will be listening to us for a little bit on the video.
Oh, we still have the audio.
Because we still have the audio.
Yes.
Duh.
Cool. That's what you meant.
The whole point of the podcast.
Ah.
Yeah, no.
Gotcha.
But, yeah,
we can just put a picture of us. Maybe one of those.
that's what I was thinking, too. Or the title of... You know,
Ooh.
hangout hour or whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
Maybe we can
Did I even introduce it fully?
No, you didn't. You introduced yourself, and then we started talking about how we met.
As we should. Anyways. Okay, well, I'll do, like, a little intro or something. Like, re-record or whatever.
Oh, fuck.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No,
I was going to say, Colton, my fiance sent me a photo of someone getting into a car crash. Let's see.
Where?
I don't know. He's going to Upland to get fitted for golf clubs because he's a golf man.
Oh, yes. He is a very white man.
Oh, my God. He's, like, so southern white, but also, like, preppy white, too. It's crazy. It's nuts.
It is. I know. I think it's hilarious.
Although,
but,
I do like golf now.
I know. I saw you were golfing with a couple people. How's that going? Are you good?
No.
Okay.
I got a little swing on me. You know, there's no consistency to be found.
You don't need it.
But
you don't need it.
I can hit it pretty far. You know, from the red tees, of course.
Yes.
But I will say, I played my first, like, full round, you know, like, on my own. I wasn't playing scramble or nothing. 18. I did a full 18. And it wasn't even a par 3 course, mind you.
Dang.
So, it was the real deal. I didn't take track of my score.
Was it?
It was, I promise. Colton plays there. But I ended the 18 with a par on a par 3. It was a par 3, of course, so it was pretty easy. But I got a par, like a good, honest par. I didn't even cheat.
Dude, I wouldn't even be able to do that. I can barely do mini golf, so there's no way.
I feel like you would like golf. I feel like once you got into it, you would get so competitive in it. But that's just who you are.
You know what I really want to do? Pickleball. Yeah.
I heard they
that
have
so fun.
Yeah. They have a section at Target now, like, dedicated to pickleball clothes.
I know. And they also have pickleball rackets. that you can buy, but they're like $50. And so I was like,
are they gentrifying
pretend-
pickleball already?
literally, all the
I
white
just
people
started
get
seeing
it.
that pop up on my feed, dude.
I know, and it's cute too.
It
Like,
is.
I watch a YouTuber, her name's Brooke Bush. Hey, Brooke Bush, if you're watching, you probably aren't, but I love you. Anyways.
Maybe someday.
Yeah.
She'll
Maybe
look
I'll have you
back.
on your podcast, or on my podcast. Have you on my, anyways.
Or vice versa.
Or she doesn't have one, but.
Okay, I'll stop talking. Go on.
But, she plays, yeah. But she plays pickleball with her, older sister, and they are so good.
I don't know, you can
Like-
be good at pickleball. Like, is it
No,
like
they're
a
like- they're
really competitive
tops.
sport?
That you can win money.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, like she won a couple $100 like a couple of times.
Nice. That's pretty cool, actually.
I know, it literally is so cool, and you get medals too.
I would
And
love a medal.
you can do teams where you like do the duos or what are they? I think it's like
Like a duo.
duo, whatever.
We're just performance
Clearly, I have
art
not
kids.
put in enough effort to learn about it, but yeah, it's seems like really cool. But she also lives in Kentucky, so it might be a little bit more of a bigger thing in Kentucky.
Yeah, they got
than
more
it is out
space
here.
to do it.
And she lives in such a beautiful place in Kentucky, and I never ever thought I would say that. Like, I'd never be like, oh my god, Kentucky, yes.
Don't move to Kentucky.
No, I'm not.
Okay, good. I was like, don't do it.
Trust me, I'm not going to.
So, what, is pickleball like tennis? Because that's what I
Yeah,
think of when I see
it's-
those little rackets.
It's like a combo. So it's yeah. So like the actual pickleball like paddles, they're more like how tennis or
Ping pong.
ping pong,
Yeah.
like how those paddles are made. But you play with a wiffle ball,
Oh.
and then it's I think they're a little bit shorter of a court.
Okay.
So it's
That makes
not
more sense.
like you're not going to be playing like full tennis because the way you hit it won't be the same because
Yeah,
it's
not
like
as hard.
padded and it's not. Yeah, exactly. But it seems pretty like not necessarily simple, but I feel like I would be able to like learn it pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And also like just kind of playing with a wiffle ball like with
Growing
my
up,
brothers. Yeah,
yeah.
literally, it was like. You know, I know what that is, and that's why I thought it was funny. I was like, "Oh yeah," these, and they put pickleball balls, and I'd be like, "Okay, these were not pickleball balls when I was 8 years old,
No,
but
those are
hey,
wiffle balls."
yeah, they're wiffle ball, but whatever works, I guess." So
I wonder
okay,
if they're always for pickleball, though. Like, how old is pickleball?
I don't know. It's trending now.
Yeah.
Like,
but, like, it must be.
But like, who started it? Looks cool though.
Yeah.
I'm
I'd be
interested.
down to try it.
Yeah, I know, me too. I think they have like courses or like you can learn how to like do it or like start doing it or whatever at the Y.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I was like, maybe I can go. Anyways, maybe we can try it. We can do duos,
Yeah, we could try
Fun.
pickleball.
and then we can also like be athletic.
Yeah. Hey, fucking, do you know how many calories you burn while you play a round of golf like a full 18?
Dude, I'm not surprised.
Looked it up. It said anywhere from 500 to 1,500 calories. Now, I hope I don't sound stupid. I hope I read that correctly, but I was like, why have I
No,
not
yeah.
done this before? But
Well, I mean, if you look at all the golfers, they're like literally this big.
yeah. about this size.
Yeah, but that's size. So.
Well, I mean, and not only that, like, you're out there in the sun, probably, because it's California, at least here, for 4 hours. 4 entire hours you're
Right.
out there.
Yeah,
and a lot of
literally.
people will walk the course, too. I did not do that. We ride in the
Golf
carts,
cart.
of course.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's a par
Why would
3,
you ever do
I'd
that?
walk. Maybe. Maybe I would
No.
walk.
Mm-mm.
But, no, not on those longer
Yeah.
courses.
There's no way.
I was saying it, but my body was rejecting the thought.
That's like miles.
Yeah. Yeah,
Would
no,
you
it's
be
a
walking
lot.
back and forth? No,
No,
thanks.
screw
The
that.
only time I do that is at Disneyland.
Hey, you know what? When I was playing, these fucking guys were yelling at me, dude. Oh my god, it was
Ew.
so ugly. Of
Ew,
course,
what
it was
about?
these. No, well, okay, so embarrassing. I would.
This is why. Okay, we understand.
No, I wasn't bugging nobody. I swear, I was just bad. I was
Sure.
just being bad at golf.
Oh, okay.
It was me.
Oh, were they the people behind you?
No, they weren't even behind me. They were like across.
Oh.
So like this was like hole 5, hole 6, and then I was on hole 7, but I was off
Okay.
the tee box. I did not go far off the tee box, you know. But we were like right next to hole 5.
Okay.
And for the life of me, dude, I could not hit this ball. It was right in front of me. My club was looking at it. My ball was, it was just, I could not hit
It's
it.
not moving at all.
It was not moving. And I was like, what the fuck am I doing? And I kept trying. And these 4 old pricks, they were across the hole on 5. And as I was about to swing, this old bastard was like, keep your head down. And he shouted. And now, I am not afraid to, like,
Big mistake.
yeah. Well, this is the crazy part. I am not afraid to, like, say something to someone. I have a problem with it
definitely
most
not.
of the time.
Yeah.
You know?
She gets herself in trouble.
I do. But this was, like, the first time, I think just because I felt so out of place on the golf course, I didn't say anything. I was like, what do I say to that? You know, and I felt so dumb because, like,
I'm shook.
where was I at? Where's Gabby at? You know? But luckily my fiance heard them and he started screaming. He was like, "Don't yell at her," you know.
Period. Period. We love her fiance.
They were comfortable yelling at me, but the second he started yelling at them, they all shut up, you know. But I was like, no,
That's so rude.
I know. I was like,
kinda
screw
rude.
these guys. I was like, F that. I'm not gonna, like, have a bad shot and then them not have a bad shot. So I waited. I sat patiently, and I waited for the old bastard who screamed at me. He was taking his club up, and that's the most important part, by the way, is, you know, your backswing. I screamed at the top of my lungs, 4! And that's what you yell when the ball's coming towards somebody. And so, of course, he, like, fucks up his shot, and then he looks back at me all kinds of mad, and then his buddies are laughing at him, and they're like, she yelled back at you, dude. I was like, well, don't fucking yell at me. I wasn't even doing nothing.
But also, he doesn't know your experience at all, so why, like...
Yeah. What if I was a professional, and I just had a bad day?
Sure.
You know?
Yeah,
He doesn't know me.
Yeah, definitely. No, but also, like, you don't have to tell people that, like, what to do. Just because you know how to do it doesn't mean that you need to tell people how to do it.
Yeah. And here's the thing. I was playing bad. I was not playing slow. You know, that's the thing. I wasn't, you know, behind pace of play. I wasn't holding anybody up.
See?
These guys were just being, I think they were drinking. You know, it's a golf course. I had a little drinky poo too.
Right.
But I don't go yelling at people. I don't go yelling at people who are trying their very
you know
best.
Crazy? You don't need to.
You really don't need to, no.
You know what's really crazy? You can just shut your mouth. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Unless you have a good reason to open it sometimes.
Fair. That's a good point, yes. If you need to open it, open it. But if it hurts other people,
yeah,
think about it.
Yeah, don't be unnecessary.
Think together. Think. You know the acronym? What was the acronym for that? It was like...
Okay, so it's like...
Truth.
Is it true? Is it...
Helpful.
Is it helpful? Is it...
Intelligent? I know the N is needed.
I thought it was necessary.
Oh,
Well, I
maybe.
mean, needed, necessary.
Yeah. Similar.
And then K, is it kind?
Yeah.
What the hell
What's
is that?
I?
Is it innovative? Is it
No, they wouldn't think of that word.
intuitive?
Definitely not that one either.
Is it inconsiderate? No.
No, I think they would like... I don't know, is it...
Incompetent? Are you a fool?
Most of the time it's incompetent. I don't know. I don't have my phone. Where's my phone?
Oh.
I'll look it up later. Okay, so my next question for you is, what are some things that you wish you could tell your 13-year-old self?
Talk to your mom more.
Tell
her more about what's going on. Because I felt like there was so much stuff that, I mean, you know, not to say that I had a hard life, because I didn't, you know. But, like, you're 13. You're dealing with a lot of shit.
Right.
And I felt like there was so much stuff that could have been so much easier that I could have, like, prevented myself from doing had I just spoken to my mom about it, you know.
Real. Yeah.
And to not stop cross country. To just keep doing it no matter what.
Real, yes.
Yeah.
Were you 13 when you did that?
No, fuck no. But, like,
You
you know,
were
in the
14.
future,
Oh, I
we were just,
understand.
yeah. Like,
Once you
keep
get into
with
cross
it.
country, stay.
Yeah, like, don't stop.
You were good at that, too.
I loved cross country. I was not good at it, but I liked it.
You weren't good at it?
No, I was just, but also, like, I did the running practices. I never did, like, weight training with it. But I was never an athlete. I've never, you know, that's just not who I am. But I really enjoyed it, and I liked the people in it. But I wasn't too bad. I definitely got better, you know.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So, it's not even that fast, but I think my fastest, like, 5K, my mile time was about, like, 7:23 each mile, which for me was fast, you know, whatever. I'm proud of it.
That's way faster than mine is.
Right.
One singular mile, me running 1 mile, 10 minutes.
That's actually not bad. Honestly, that's not bad for, like, I don't think you run, though, do you?
No, I don't run.
Yeah, so if you could do that.
Well, I mean, I do a lot of cardio and guard, though.
That's true.
So I feel like I would be better.
Yeah, no, fuck that, because running's hard. Running in itself is hard. Because, like, when you're doing color guard, at least you're thinking about your movements, you're thinking about other stuff, your performance, you know? You're struggling, but, like, you're distracted, you know? You have to, like, either already like running or just, you know, be good at it already to get kind of that runner's high or to get, you know.
Yeah,
at least that's how I felt anyway.
I feel like runner's high is so unachievable for me mentally because I'm thinking I hate it the entire time.
Yeah, and see, that's what I struggled with, too, in cross country, because, like, you never want to start.
No.
At least I didn't. I never wanted to start a run, but it would be so fast where I would just completely forget that I was running, and I loved it. I loved it, and I would just think about anything and everything. I have not ran since then. It's been a minute,
Same.
but
Same.
I don't know. I feel like I could get back there because when I started cross country, I had played soccer in middle school, but not really.
Did.
Like I just played a couple
You did
of
it for
times.
a couple seasons.
Yeah, but I was never an athlete. And I just kind of picked up cross country and I ran with it. Not that I was fast, but I did.
Ran with it.
That was intentional.
No, yeah, I get it. That's cool. Okay.
Let me have a question for you. I think I titled it Wrinkle.
Okay, I think we have enough for like 2 more questions.
Okay, so let me go with this one. I wanted to ask you, how weird was life after high school? Just like adjusting.
Oh my god, so hard.
Right.
I don't know why. Well, okay, so something that I always it was weird because I always had people to hang out with in high school.
Yes, very.
Because
busy.
I was always either a part of a group or had friends, obviously, and so it was like if I ever had a time to like a break or whatever, I would go and spend it with people.
Exactly.
And then you always had people in your class that you knew since elementary school. Or however long, middle school, whatever. And so it's like you always had people that you knew around you. And so going to college and doing all of that on my own, especially because we decided to go to a college that wasn't super close to where we lived.
Everybody, yeah.
Which is still funny because there was still a lot of people that went to our high school that went to our community college, but it was way less than say if we would have gone to the one in our
area. Yeah.
And so I felt really alone a lot because I was also, when we weren't driving together, I was which is the vast majority of the time we weren't.
Yeah.
And so
I wouldn't go.
Yeah. Or we would just have different schedules. Because we never actually planned, we would be oh, let's, register for classes together, and then we just wouldn't.
It happened maybe once or twice.
Exactly. And so we would we wouldn't drive together very often, and so I would be making my commute which was 30-40 minutes depending on traffic, if not up to an hour.
Depending on traffic. It was always fucking traffic.
I know, there's literally any time of day. But I was driving a lot by myself, and then I was also going to class and then eating alone and all of that, and I was just really not used to that. And I hated it.
Yeah.
I hated it for so long, which is actually something that I appreciated about COVID, which I know COVID was a very bad thing, whatever. But then I at least didn't have to worry about going to class with people that I didn't know, because I just would be on Zoom
Everybody
or whatever.
was alone.
Yeah, and then we were able to take classes together again while we were on Zoom, and then I actually just got that memory of us in class what class did we take together? Oh, no, it wasn't the art history one because I was in person.
I love the art history one. That was so stupid.
What class were we? It really was. It was so nice. It was so nice.
She wasn't dumb, but she just believed anything we told her for some reason.
Yeah, I loved it.
I don't know why.
It was a great, especially because it was a winter course.
Yeah.
And so it was really nice for them to not be super stressful, or it's being super stressful. But I don't remember what class we were on Zoom.
We didn't have English on Zoom. That was in person. Did we have English together?
No, we didn't have English together.
I swear we did.
I didn't have any English just with you. I'm pretty sure the only one that we had was art history, besides the Zoom one.
Because you didn't do stats with me, because I did stats in the summer.
Right. That's what I was saying. I was saying stats, but what was I gonna say? I have a recording of you with your gallon jug of coffee that you had. And she was, so I don't know, where'd you get it?
What was it called? It was this little coffee shop in the shopping area around here.
Okay.
Yeah.
In downtown.
But yeah, but it was a promotional thing, so.
Yeah, they were selling gallon jugs, but they were glass.
It was so
and they were
nice.
the cute milk jugs, glass milk jugs.
Had stickers.
And yeah, it was really cute. And literally the video of her, I'll put it up if I find it.
Oh, I hope you do.
But it's literally of her showing the thing in the middle of the class, but it was we were clearly communicating with just each other in the class, and so she was just showing off her jug. But yeah, that was one of the things. But going back to the COVID thing or whatever, it was kind of nice because then I wouldn't have to, one, I didn't have to commute,
Yeah.
and then two, I didn't have to worry about not having friends because because the other friends that I did have were still in high school that year.
That's true.
And so they were very busy.
Oh, yeah.
And I was not So, but then I had guard.
Yeah.
So I would
like
go
your
like
lifeline.
the entire day and then be like with people constantly for the rest of the evening, you know. So it was nice. Yeah, what were you gonna say?
After high school, I just like completely stopped hanging out with everybody, you know.
Yeah.
But I never had like a ton of friends to begin with, you know.
Fair,
like
same.
I feel like I had like my select few groups that I would like
Yeah.
see, you know. But I don't know. I've never been. I don't know. I just don't like going out though, you know. Like it's so hard for me to be like, oh yeah, I would much rather go out and do that than just
Yeah.
like be at home, you know.
Definitely.
But
Yeah, and that's why I started the podcast here instead
yeah,
of being out in
exactly.
public. Because
That's why
it's
we're
weird.
both in jammies too, you know.
Exactly, I
I
know.
felt like that was gonna be the vibe though. The
Duh,
pajama vibe.
that's the whole point of the hangout hour. Hello, we're hanging out. We're just chilling. We're just talking. You know.
Yeah. Colton was like, "Oh, well, like, what are you gonna wear?" And I was like, "Well, I don't know, probably pajamas." And he was like, "You're gonna wear pajamas?" Because I usually don't, you know. I was like,
True.
I was like, it's a hangout hour.
It's the hangout hour. Hello.
Yeah.
But yeah, I noticed that too about not wanting to hang out with people that we went to school with.
Mhm.
But I never really like. The only person that I really made like friends with that was in our grade like group
Mhm.
was like besides you was like 3 people.
Yeah,
And those 3 people were because they were in a friend group with me.
that's true.
And then, like, I was no longer friends with the person in that friend group. And so then there was no point in me being a part of that friend group anymore. You know what I mean? Because there was no
Yeah.
point in me being...
With their friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
Exactly. Because it's like, I mean, you can hang out with them. I don't care.
Yeah.
But, like, if I wasn't friends with them in the first place... And my mutual friend is now no longer my friend.
Yeah.
Why would I spend time with
They're
you?
no longer your
I'm so
mutuals.
sorry. Yeah. So, but yeah, I made like acquaintances throughout
Yeah.
school.
I never really did though. Like, there's this one guy. He was so cool. You know, we both wanted to go into nursing at the time. I think he actually did do it though. Like, good
Wait,
on
who
him.
was it? I'll bleep it out.
Yeah,
Some
he also
noises-
wanted to be
okay.
in nursing. Yeah, no, I
Okay.
didn't even want to
I'll
bring
cut that
her
out.
up. Yeah.
I know, I wasn't trying to.
Maybe,
Anyways,
maybe
continue.
someday.
Continue.
But, no, yeah, like we have each other on Instagram and stuff. We would text every so often, but like, I don't know, but I also kind of enjoyed that part of the college too. Was that like I didn't know anybody, so after class I could just go f off and like do whatever I
Right,
wanted.
go home and you're fine. Yeah.
Exactly. But I also feel like that's pretty much led me into like antisocial tendencies too, because like now at work, like I so much prefer going to my car than like sitting in the employee lounge. You know, I don't like it. I don't like making small talk with people.
Fair.
But like you have to make the small talk to get to know people.
Right.
But I just like getting to that point. You know,
Right.
either I know you or I don't, and I don't want anything in between because that's just it's too awkward. For
No,
me.
yeah, definitely. I totally get that. And that's, yeah. I noticed that too when I started working at places. I was just like I never actually like wanted to be friends with anyone there.
Yeah.
Like I was like, okay, I can work with you.
Mhm.
Like I'm fine. I can talk about things that you like or that I like with you.
Yeah.
I don't mind, but I'm not going to be like, oh, you want to come to my birthday party?
Yeah, like let's be besties.
Yeah,
you know?
like I'm not. And I I don't know why though. Like I don't. Maybe it's just because I don't have enough interest in the jobs that I'm going to. Maybe if I find like a career like job, then I'll be like, okay,
Yeah, like maybe we can hang
I'm gonna
out.
spend 15 years with you. I might as well be friends. You know what I mean? Because I made friends in color guard,
Oh yeah,
So-
for sure.
and those I feel like are pretty strong friends as well. So
Well, I also just don't like getting too close to coworkers because I don't mind like hanging out and like telling them about myself and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like my coworkers know that I'm getting married. They know about my nieces and
Right.
stuff. I've told them a little bit about my drama, but I don't like getting too close because then like I also feel like you never know who's gonna say what or if like something comes up in conversation. Like yeah, they can
They
be
don't
your
know you like
friends,
that.
but like you
Yeah.
guys work for the same person. You know,
True.
and I've seen so many times like especially in the hospitals or like in the medical field where if you slip up to the wrong person. They're gonna snitch you out, for sure. So
That makes
I don't
sense.
know. Maybe I'm
That's
just
crazy.
paranoid.
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah, it's
Probably.
definitely that. No,
It's
yeah,
okay.
definitely.
I'm doing fine on my own.
Yeah,
I'm not
no,
crazy.
I get it. I get it.
I'm good.
So I just want to end this off on, so I will be kind of doing like these different types of episodes. So like the episode today is going to be called Bestie Hour. So this is Hangout Hour, but with my bestie, right? So because of me knowing you for so long, I wanted to ask you what your favorite memories were, like of us in elementary school, middle school, and high school, if you could remember.
Oh, I already
Because
got it.
I know my answers for at least elementary school.
I do too.
Okay.
Okay.
I feel like it might be the same
I
thing.
think it is. one time.
Again, no names.
No names.
Okay.
All right.
Thank
okay.
you.
Shoot.
I know
So,
it's gonna. Well, you
it's gonna
can
be hard.
create names.
Okay.
So like we can still follow the story, but don't
Okay.
say their name because I
Right.
don't want. People
We don't want
to
beef.
back.
We don't want beef. We're not here to
No,
fight.
we're over
anybody.
it, guys. It's
Yeah.
okay.
We just want
We
to talk.
promise.
We just want to talk. There was these 3 little bastard boys who were making fun of me because I'm quite short. I don't know if you can tell my stature, but I'm about 5 foot nothing. I'm not even 5 foot, by the way.
You're not?
No.
It's okay. They don't have to know.
They don't have to know. 4'9". 4'10" on a good day.
Okay. With your heels, with your cross
My heels, yeah. Tinder said 4'11". Because, like, I feel like if you put out 4'9" on Tinder, that's just like, I don't know, dude. I don't know.
4'11's crazy though.
4'11 is crazy. It's just like, but I'm right there. I'm almost 5 foot. Colton was like, you're not fooling anybody. I was like, shut up.
You're the man in this situation.
I know. Okay, anyway, sorry. They were making fun of me because I was so short, and they were calling me a midget, and I was very soft back then because, I was like 7.
You're allowed to be. They're literally bullying you.
They were literally bullying me, like harassing me. We were literally just walking, and they were just following us, making
We're trying
fun
to
of
find ladybugs.
Yeah,
in the field.
They were just making fun of how short I was for no reason,
No, literally.
And so I walk off crying because I was very distraught. Rachel fucking comes in like a superhero out of nowhere. She does a roundabout on these boys, fucking starts herding them in like cattle. And she's chasing them down. She grabs one of them by the fucking collar and she yanks him down, and then she's after the other. Because there was 3 of them. The second guy, he was smart. He dropped out of the race. He was like, I'm done. I forfeit.
I think he went to go get a yard duty.
Oh, he was like, shit's getting real now.
she's trying to beat her ass.
And then, so I'm walking off. Rachel's like perfectly leading this kid up to me. And I look behind me. I'm like, I got you. I got eyes on the whole situation. So I time it perfectly. I listen to the footsteps. How did you forget?
I don't know.
But Rachel's chasing after this boy. I hear him coming, and I slam my fucking fist out. Like, I throw my arm out right into this poor little boy's chest. And he fucking...
Not poor little boy. He's bullying
he's being
you.
a jerk. And he just... like loses his breath, falls to the ground, and then
she clotheslined that hoe, like literally.
That was an assault, I think.
Yeah,
I think that was maybe premeditated.
Yeah,
but no,
that's fine. Well, they were bullying you before too. So.
And you know what? We only got in trouble because the kid that Rachel pulled, his neck was like really like pale, and so the teacher saw the marks all over his neck.
Because I pulled his hoodie, so he had a hoodie on, and I think the zipper like scratched his neck when I pulled him back. So it was all right. And you know what's so funny too? So this wasn't actually the one I was thinking about, but there's the other one. But I remember watching his teacher. Like, we were all lining up in our classes, and our classrooms were right next to each other. And I remember we were walking into the classrooms. And I remember she was like, what happened to your neck? And he, like, didn't say anything. He was like, nothing happened, you know? No. Don't say anything. No, but I remember, like, looking over and, like, I was like, oh, shit. Like, she's gonna know. Like, oh, I'm gonna get in trouble, whatever. And she was like, who did this to you? And he looked at me, and I looked at him, like, dead ass in the eyes. And he was like,
oh,
and just pointed at me. And she was like, you did this? And I was like... Cuff me up, guys. Cuff me up. No, but it was so funny.
So stupid.
I had to get my parents to sign like a piece of paper letting them know that I like bullied someone, essentially, that I hurt someone. I
didn't know all that.
Yeah, I had to have a conversation with my mom,
crazy.
and she was like, "What happened?" And I was like, "They're bullying Gabby."
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, but you can't do those things.
You can't chase them down,
Rachel. I was like, Mom, I'm gonna protect my friends. Like, I don't know what you think this is. Uh-huh. And so yeah, and then I had to sit on the wall for a week because sitting on the wall was basically there was a section of our elementary school that was like on a little bit of a hill. And yeah, it was right on the edge of the playground during recess. I had to go and sit with the yard duty on the wall and watch everyone have recess, including that boy.
The one who was like bullying me in the first place.
Yeah, literally was bullying her.
But we didn't snitch though. No. Actually, did we?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think you just said they were being mean, but I think that was about it.
Yeah, but they didn't believe me because there was no scars on you, I guess.
No scars? Why did they have to fucking like shank me?
Well, he had marks on his neck though.
That's true. Yeah.
So it was more believable for him than it was for me.
That's true.
So.
But I remember I told my mom, and she was like, "I like Rachel," and I was like, "I do too." And I was like, "Rachel's kind of cool, huh?"
Yeah, I love your mom.
I know.
No, yeah.
Okay.
The one that I was thinking was what's it called? It was so Gabby was friends with these girls. So, okay. Let me just paint the picture real fast. So we met in in kindergarten, okay? And then we weren't in the same first grade class, and then we ended up being in the same second grade class, so we kind of lost touch a little bit in first grade. Just a little bit. We'd still hang out with each other during recess and stuff, but we just weren't like that anymore. Until we hit second grade, and then we had the same class again. And so she made friends with people that were in her first grade class. I love how we're talking about this as adults. This is so funny. But she made friends with like 3 girls or whatever. And they were the girlier girl, and I was very much not. They grew up with sisters. I grew up with 2 brothers, like that kind of vibe, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so Gabby, she was still like kind of in her girlier girl stage, which she kind of always has been. Mm-hmm. But she can fluctuate.
Yeah, I do both.
Yeah. And so, but basically, like, they were, like, friends with her, which was fine. And I was like, oh, yeah, like, we're all friends here. Like, we're Gucci, you know, whatever. But they hated the fact that she was friends with me. Like, I don't know why.
Yeah, me neither.
And so those 2 girls became, like, these, like, I don't even know what they were called, like, helpful, like...
Oh, my God. Yes. I know what you're talking about. They're like the hall monitors or something.
Yeah, basically.
Peacekeepers. That's what it was.
So they basically got the opportunity to like write you up as like another person on the playground.
Like
so
a
it's
yard
like
duty kind of.
basically I think they just realized that yard duties didn't really actually look at things, and then made children do it because they were actually like seeing things from a children's perspective or whatever.
Needed help.
Right, they needed help because there was also like however many kids,
us, yeah.
and there was like 3 yard duties, so how much can the yard duties do, you know?
Yeah.
But so they had them do it, and they like were able to write like these like sheets where it's like if someone did something bad, that they would like write them up, and then they would give them to the yard duties, and the yard duties would go give them to your teacher. And me and Gabby were just chilling one day. Chilling at recess,
Walking
no issues here. Literally, like, no issues at all, right? And this girl came up to us, and she literally was like, Gabby, I'm gonna write Rachel up if you don't stop being friends with Rachel. And Gabby was like, okay, like, go for it. Like, I don't know, like, what are you talking about? Like, Rachel didn't do anything wrong, so if you want to write her up, go ahead.
But you didn't want to get written up.
And I literally looked at her, and I was like, shut don't say that, because I'm not trying to get rid again, because it wasn't the first time. That was the same year.
Yeah.
And so it was like, I'm not trying to get rid of again, you know what I mean? I already got trouble with my mom, like, don't.
But I knew they couldn't do nothing, because, you know.
Right. And so, she ended up writing it, like, she wrote that I, like, kicked someone off the teeter-totter or something, like, or pulled someone off. Something of that sort. But we all had the same class. Oh, no, this was in 3rd grade. So, okay, so we became friends in 2nd grade, but then it was in 3rd grade that she wrote me up. Yes, so she wrote me up because she stopped being friends with this girl.
Yes.
Gabby stopped being friends with this girl.
I think because they didn't like you, and I had a problem with that. I was like, Rachel's cool. Like, I don't diss on your guys' friends.
And I also,
yeah.
Why?
Yeah. I mean, we were 6, so.
I don't remember being mean or anything. If I was, sorry about it. This was also the same girl that fought or wrestled me at one of the sleepovers that we had in 5th grade. So I think she just didn't like me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just bad blood.
Yes, I don't know. It was one-sided because I didn't care. But basically, she wrote me up, and then we all went to the same class afterwards, which was really funny. And so my teacher like came up, and she was like, "Hey, like, why'd you pull someone off the teeter-totter?" And I was like, I literally didn't. And then I told her, I was like, yeah, Bessie's mad because Gabby's friends with me, and she doesn't like the fact that we're friends or whatever, and so because of that, she wrote me up. And so she pulled that girl up that wrote the note or whatever, and she started crying to my teacher, and she was like, I just don't want to lose Gabby as a friend, in front of everyone. That was the worst part, is that she pulled us up to like her desk.
Yeah.
Instead of like walked outside or anything.
It's like, ma'am, can't we do this at recess?
Right.
Like, everybody's gone.
Yeah. Instead of in front of your entire class or whatever.
It's ELA time.
Yeah, literally. I think we were doing math or something. But literally, I remember, it was so embarrassing for her. I feel bad. But no, actually, don't feel bad. You bullied me. I don't care.
Yeah. I don't know. It's so weird. And then, like, thinking about, because, like, you look at what those people are doing now, you know, and it's, like, it's so crazy to think, like, that's how we came to be, you know, like, this is how we were before. But, I don't know. I think I have a different perspective now because I work at the elementary school, too.
So you, like, see what they're doing?
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, like, y'all are just dumb kids, you know. But it
feels
so personal at the time, too.
No, it did. But that was also, like, the worst thing ever during that time.
And it was hard.
How dare you? Oh, it stopped recording again, I think.
Again?
Yep. Hold on one second. Well, we're at an hour anyways.
Okay.
Okay, give me 1 second. Do you have anything from middle school that you remember? Because we didn't really hang out that much in high school.
No.
Because we were all like
Didn't
different.
we go to the Halloween dance together?
Oh my god, yes!
Didn't we?
That one!
Didn't we? Donde?
It's in the middle.
Oh my gosh, should I grab it?
No!
No! Wait, I have to.
No, but you have to block out the other person that's in it.
Oh, that's true, huh?
Especially because she's crying in that picture.
Oh, that's right.
Which is so funny to me. Oh my god.
Oh god, how do I do this? Okay, hold on. Do you have another piece of paper?
No, literally. Probably. Here.
Perfect. I was like, I don't trust my fingers.
This is so funny.
This is middle school.
This is middle school.
Oh.
Gabby and Rachel. This is middle school. This is when we went to a Halloween dance. At the time, I don't think you were in the frame at all.
Oh, I wasn't? Oh, good. I can't see.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, go ahead. Continue with your story. I'll
No.
figure this out.
No, I just remember. I mean, that day specifically was because what's his face like tried to hold your hand while she like keep going to your left. There, yeah.
Is it focused?
Hopefully it focused. I don't know. It's on autofocus, so it should. Anyways, but
We
yeah.
can upload a picture or something. We have the technology.
Yeah. Yeah, so we went that. Oh, the other one. Oh, that too. When we went on the accelerator. Oh my god. Okay, that's my favorite memory in middle school. So Gabby was a little bleepity bleep bleep in 8th grade. For some reason, I don't know why. Like, I don't know what was going through her body, but she was, yeah, she was like.
I was an asshole.
She was, yeah. And it was fine, you know, whatever.
Not mainly to her.
No. It was, yeah, it was mutual too. Like,
Yeah,
I feel like I was an asshole to you
itchy
too.
bitchy, both of us.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
okay.
It was also just because we had now at that point known each other for so long.
We were like a married couple. We would just bicker like a fucking married couple.
And they'd be like, all right, you want to go make mac and cheese?
Yeah. In the middle of the night.
No, but in 8th grade, so we went to Knott's Berry Farm as like one of our, well, we went twice. One for like the 8th grade overall trip, and then one for like learning how physics works. Because of like, you know, physics is in.
They just didn't want to deal with us at school.
Probably. It was cool though. So we went for the 8th grade night, and this girl over here. So accelerator. Okay, if you guys don't know, I'll put a picture up. If you guys don't know, this ride is so fucking scary because you literally get shot off like 0 to 60 1 second, whatever, however long it is.
I think it's like 0.27 or like 3 seconds or something.
Yeah, something
way
like
too
that.
fast.
So, and then you immediately go up like however many stories, and then come back down however that many stories was, and then you did like the little ride, and then that was it. Like literally, like it was immediate, and it was like.
But it felt like forever.
It was basically like free falling.
Because it was so steep, like you couldn't see the rails beneath you.
It was to the point where every time a car would go on it, you would see it sway back and forth, like after the car would go over it, and it was like, I ain't for that.
I decided I was.
I was like hesitant the entire time. Yeah, Gabby was for it the entire time. Okay, this is 13-year-old Gabby.
See, this is why I wish I would have talked to my fucking mom, because I wouldn't have done something like that.
Yeah,
maybe.
Maybe. Maybe.
Maybe. No, I would have.
But basically, we were like in line or whatever, and I was like, no, like, I don't know how much I want to go on it, you know, like I got in line, we were waiting for a couple minutes, I was like, damn, this kind of sucks. And then there's another line that is for the front of the car. So, like, you know how, like, Disneyland has, like, single riders or whatever? So it's a completely other side of the line, and it's for front car, okay?
Super short.
And, yeah, there was no one in there. And Gabby was like, why are we waiting in this long-ass line right now? Let's just go in the other line. And I was like, I am not going on this for the first time in the front of the car. Like, no, girl, this is not for me. And then, literally, she was like, okay, then I'll just go. And was gonna leave me by myself. And as you have learned, I'm not good at doing things by myself, okay? And I was already scared as it was. So I was like, there's no way that I'm gonna stay in this line. And I was like, no, like, don't leave. And she was like, okay. And then she left. She just left me. I know that bitch. And so obviously I went, whatever. And then we ended up going. And this bitch is now scared of that ride. And
Oh, yeah.
I think
I did not want to
go.
go.
So funny because now I'm okay with it.
Uh-huh.
Because that's how, like, people naturally grow, is, like, you grow up and then you, like, gradually go on the big kid rides, not, like, immediately throw yourself in the big kid rides and then get scared of it later. But
I was all in.
we went front car, but it was second row, so it kind of benefited me just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Scariest fucking ride I've ever been on. Like,
Oh,
literally.
yeah.
Since this day.
I literally stopped
To this
breathing.
day.
You remember that? You
Yeah,
said
I
you
do
looked at
remember
me and
that.
my face was like green.
No, she was really like this.
Yeah. Because there was so much wind in my face. I can't breathe when there's wind in my face.
You have to show him the picture, though.
Alright. Let me do this.
This is the funniest picture ever. I love it. So, like I was saying, there was a person in front of us, or two people in front of us. And for some reason, they told us that we weren't allowed to raise our hands because of how fast we go.
Yeah.
And so they did. The person in front of Gabby did. But they put it on top of... Yeah, that's good. On top of their, like, headrest or something. So it looks like Gabby's literally, like, filming herself with her hands. And it's so funny, but it's literally the worst picture ever.
And every person was like, why do your hands look like that? I'm like, they're not my hands, obviously.
Literally, it was so funny.
I don't have pale white man hands.
Right.
'Cause I'm 13.
They were
'Cause I'm 13 and brown.
pale.
I was so tan then,
Yeah.
too.
And then, I don't remember anything else. I just remember going to Baker's a lot in high school with you because you worked at Baker's.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah.
And then, you know, things happen for Baker's. But anyways. Excuse me. But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways. But yeah, okay. Do you have anything else that you wanted to say or anything?
No.
Do you want to give
Not
yourself
really.
a plug?
Oh, my
For all three people that are going to watch this.
Uh-huh. So all of you guys, go check out my fiance's golf channel, Sailor Mouth Golf.
He has a golf
He's
channel?
got a video up
Did
now.
he ask you to do this?
Mhm. No. Wait, no.
That's so funny.
And he was he talked about it like he was like, babe, he's like, you know, if Rachel gets rich and famous, she can plug Sailor Mouth Golf. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna make her do that, you weirdo. But I was like,
And
but
then
I'll
does
shout
it?
it out.
Yeah.
But I'll shout it out, you know, out of my own good doing for my fiance,
That's so
you know.
funny.
But other than that, no, I wish to remain anonymous. I have no thirst for the limelight.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I'm cool with knowing famous people, so if you get, you know, big on YouTube, that'll be great.
I have no I have no thirst for the limelight either, but I just wanted to do something because I like to talk and no one really likes to talk to me anymore because they think I talk a lot, so whatever.
So, you have a lot to say.
No, literally.
Yeah.
Like, there's no
And people
point in
need
me
to
having these
listen.
lungs if I'm not going to talk. Like, what?
Mhm.
These lungs can only do that because there's no running, no nothing else.
No, that's how
No,
we exercise. That's our cardio.
Yeah, exactly.
We gotta get our heart rate up for the day by not fucking
Right,
breathing because we talk so
right.
goddamn much.
Exactly. Literally. So basically, I'll be living longer than other people who don't talk because they aren't breathing. You know, whatever.
Our hearts are strong.
Yeah, exactly. And full.
And
You're
full.
welcome.
Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for watching this podcast. If you would like to like and subscribe, I have another channel. It's called Rachel's Lens. If you want to go and follow that, I just posted a vlog of me in Laguna Beach with my boyfriend, so you'll
And
be
it's
able to
really
see him
good.
there too. It is really good. I actually really enjoyed doing it. It was fun. You get to see me also struggle with doing something by myself on that vlog as well. So this is perfect.
I love
Perfect
that.
for this opportunity.
Nice.
And then I'll be doing a couple more podcasts. I'm going to be posting every Wednesday, hopefully. So if you guys want to come back, I'll have new guests every single time. The first one that I post, obviously, is going to be just of me, just to kind of give you the rundown of my podcast. So if you want to go look at that, you can go check that out. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. And this has been a Hangout Hour.